Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game, Gens versus Hitman. This game taking place here on Hammerfall. Gens spawning as the green human player on the top left-hand side of the map, going up against Hitman, who has, well, switched to the night side and now playing Night Elf instead of Orc. Let's go ahead and break things down in this 1v1 matchup. What can we expect here on Hammerfall? For those of you guys who do not know, there are four what I call bridges or pathways leading north and south. Love your streams, absolute best caster. Thank you for the cheer. Every little cheer does definitely, well, cheer me on. So thank you for that. Right there, Duck Wilder. As we can see, there are some little low ground water pathways here, but really 3 ways to get north and 3 ways to get south. With the limited paths to go north and south, you're often able to strategically position units, wisps, scout farms in places to keep track of where your opponent is, similar to Tyrannus Stand. We are going to be going into a Demon Hunter by Hitman instead of a Keeper of the Grove, interestingly enough. The Demon Hunter, very useful at trying to shut down enemy heroes, and with Immolation as a first ability now, the Demon Hunter is a little bit more powerful in trying to clear out early creep camps. Coming back across here, we do see an archer while getting trained up here. Ancient of War will perhaps unroot and then go after this Makrura, a snapper creep camp here, reef elementals. Appropriately, well, island theme as the archer, well, begins the engagement now. All right, Demon Hunter should pop on out here in just a moment. Ancient of War will, well, be forced to try and eat up a little bit of trees. Meanwhile, off to the north, we are getting up that Archmage as well. Footman going to get trained up here, and this game is officially underway. Archmage heading back off to the north side here. Going to drop a water elemental, clear out these creeps here in just a moment. Trying to get a little bit of separation and distance as the militia, well, getting ensnared and unable to engage. Down to the south side here, Hitman doing a great job using Immolation effectively. Immolation, if you're able to hit 2 or 3 units at a time, or 3 or 4 units at a time, well, it is very, very effective. Your damage per second, well, just instantly gets higher and faster than you would normally believe, and, well, you're able to continue to clear out creep camps. It looks like Hitman has a plan, going to go after another green creep camp here. This is a giant sea turtle and Hydra hatchling, going straight after the Hydra hatchling first. Little bit of piercing damage onto that archer, who does have medium armor, so, well, he's able to absorb quite a bit of that. Meanwhile, down to the south side here, we can see a footman is already along the inside of Hitman's base, and, well, Hitman's base actually looks quite empty right now. It looks like, well, city planning wants to build some Ancient of Lores or Ancients of Wind on the inside of this Moonwell Arch, but right now the city is just pretty much empty at this point in stage. Demon Hunter off to the north, continuing to clear out this hatchling creep camp. Meanwhile, there is only, I believe, one additional archer with, well, 1 more being trained, so only, what, 13 supply army coming across here as the archer quickly shadow melds to try and deal with this footman here. All right, we could be looking at a little bit of an exchange here. Moonwell is going to go ahead and heal back up, and now Gens will be forced to retreat back. Meanwhile, Archmage doing a great job, going to clear out this 9 o'clock position, and it looks as though, yes, he's going to be setting up an expansion as well. Pure up the vitality for Gens, giving that Archmage a decent amount of hit points early on in this matchup, as Hitman, well, not quite a veteran at the Night Elf yet, well, losing a wisp instead of detonating it off. Coming back through, what is the Demon Hunter looking to do? He does have level 2 Immolation and could try and clear out some more difficult creep camps by himself. With that Ring of Protection +4 and Evasion, he is perhaps going to be well, nope, not going to go ahead. Perhaps try to dive on into this location here and perhaps shut down the scout tower before it does get up and running. All right, where's that Staff of Teleportation? Inbound. No, going to go ahead and go after all of these units here. There's Immolation, and the Demon Hunter could try and rack up a little bit of damage here. All right, that Arcane Tower is nearly done. Are we going to perhaps see some damage be done here? Are we perhaps going to be looking at some repairs? Archers are trying to finish off the scout tower. Scout tower taking quite a bit of damage, and now without that light armor any longer, it looks as as though the Arcane Tower may be able to hold on barely. Demon Hunter running out of mana, and this repair is just spot on, keeping this Arcane Tower alive. The archers needed to pelt down that tower while it was in that light armor mode. Instead, Hitman, well, getting his hand caught in the cookie jar, being forced to retreat back out. There's the Scroll of Town Portal. Demon Hunter out of mana, low on hit points, and these moon wells will now be, well, pretty much bone dry after this heal. All right, risking it all and ending up getting caught on the river, so to speak, right there. It's so close, but the repairs, the Arcane Tower feeding back that damage on the Demon Hunter, draining away that mana, and, well, making Immolation fairly weak. Coming back around, though, Demon Hunter, if at first you don't succeed, try again, and that's exactly what we're looking at. There goes that Immolation as well, trying to rack up more damage. Level 2 Immolation did get a bunch of damage onto some of these peasants, and now these peasants are starting to take quite a bit of damage here. Coming back around, Archmage trying to get some damage onto this Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch does not have boots of speed, but still able to, well, get away fairly easily, as this Town Hall is still not done after all this time. More militia being called back over, so gens, and now still trying to train up more units while at tier 1, so it is going to be a 2-on-1 hero battle for at least a little while longer. Coming back through here, well, archers are shadow melded here. We're looking at a couple of repairs getting underway. Archmage trying to outrun the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter does have boots of speed, as the Demon Hunter now going to go ahead and perhaps teleport back into the battle and come back across here. Once more, Arcane Tower racking up quite a bit of damage onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, is he going to be able to do much? Now being forced to try and retreat back. That Arcane Tower with piercing damage does do reduced damage to that Demon Hunter. Coming back through, more damage adding up onto that Archmage. Archmage trying to retreat back away. Does it have another cold arrow? Yes, one more cold arrow. Demon Hunter is going to be able to get the final slice off, down to 35 hit points, and it looks as though the Archmage is, well, able to outrun, just simply running away as quickly as he can. The Archmage and those boots of speed able to, well, get a little bit of separation. All right. Archmage able to create a little bit of separation, but where can he really run to? He doesn't have any way of healing so far, and the one or two slices from that Demon Hunter may be able to, well, finish him off completely. Archmage still trying to run back around here. Demon Hunter losing sight of the Archmage temporarily, as that Archmage is cutting close corners, and now is the Archmage perhaps going to try and slip on through right here. All right. Demon Hunter, oh, Water Elemental, perfect positioning there as the Arcane Vault, as the Arcane Vault, I thought we were going to have a beautiful surround. There goes a Water Elemental. There goes a slice. Archmage now down to 72 hit points. And it looks like Hitman going to get in front with Naga, Sea Witch, and Dryad trying to double back around, and still forced to use the Scroll of Town Portal anyways. Scroll of Town Portal back to the Expo. Arcane Vault is up in time. There's a Scroll of Regeneration. Demon Hunter has plans to try and, well, disrupt that heal, as we're looking at the Dryad now coming in front. Hitman being able to cut off that Archmage. Archmage will finally get taken down. That slow poison and that Demon Hunter slice. All right. Naga Sea Witch sitting at 1, Demon Hunter sitting at 4. We're going to be looking at some pressure here, as the Footmen do have Defend. They will be able to reflect back damage. Demon Hunter, well, Arcane Tower losing quite a bit of mana, as we're looking at the Dryads poking apart at that Blacksmith. Demon Hunter still trying to keep a little bit of distance away, but knows it can't do very much. Massive repairs for that Blacksmith, and now that the Blacksmith is done with fortified armor, it does not look like the Dryads, Archers, or Heroes will be able to take that Blacksmith down, take that Blacksmith down any longer. All right, there is some easy targets, though. Repair is going to go ahead and transition back over to the Guard Tower. Guard Tower does have a heavy armor, meaning that it takes full damage from the Dryads, Archers, and Naga Sea Witch, as the Demon Hunter able to get in a couple of last slices onto that Guard Tower there. Demon Hunter looking to finish off that, or Philman looking to finish off the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is going to be able to escape away down to 10 hit points. And, well, classic Hitman using every hit point that he can to try and stay alive. Looks like that's going to be the case, as the Dryads are now going after that Archmage. All right, it looks as though the, well, Archmage could actually be in a little bit more world of hurt again, again as the Demon Hunter tries to come back around, trying to get a little bit of separation. Naga Sea Witch could get in some cold arrows onto the Archmage of Hitman, and now cold arrows coupled with slow poison equals one dead hero caught out in open field. All right, so many slow cold arrows there. Demon Hunter falls at level 4. Is the Archmage going to end up falling at the creeps? Yes, he does. Mountain King did come back out onto the battlefield here, was able to Stormbolt, take down the Demon Hunter, and now currently up to level 2, but trying to fight this battle still. Are we going to see a Stormbolt? Yes, and it looks as though, well, no, the Archer going to end up getting bashed and taken down. Mountain King could buy a potion of healing to try and stay alive. There's that potion of healing, and still trying to dive on into position here as the Arcane Tower now finally within range. Scroll of Town Portal as the Guard Tower finally up here. Are we going to get some repairs? Not necessary, as the Dryads are now rotating back off to the north. We should be looking at some training of riflemen. There's 2 riflemen out on the battlefield here, also training up some priests, but this game has not gone the typical way whatsoever. All right. Hitman has really been, well, hiding trees in the forest, so to speak, not building inside his base. His base is rather sparse. I thought he was going to try to build the Ancient of Lores inside his base. That is not what he's doing. He is just, well, just urban sprawling with all of his ancients, and now going to be taking this expo down at the 6 o'clock spot. Naga Sea Witch gets up to level 2. Potion of Replenishment dropped for that Naga, or what? No, not that was already at level 2. Picking up a tome and now picking up a Potion of Replenishment. All right, it looks like there's a bit of a respite in the action here. Archmage getting trained back up, and a little bit of break in the action as, well, Archmage, Mountain King going to be working together. Demon Hunter getting resurrected the old-fashioned way, and the Naga Sea Witch perhaps trying to make her way to level 3. Off to the north side here, Archmage could drop a Water Elemental, perhaps try and clear out this Kobold Taskmaster creep camp. Water Elemental actually taking a little bit of damage, and now the Dryads come in, abolish magic quickly. The army size advantage is just absolutely large for Hitman, able to poke apart those priests and their light armor. Meanwhile, Riflemen want to focus down some Dryads, have not been able to do that at all. Water Elementals unable to target. Beautiful Staff of Preservation by Hitman, as now the Archmage down to 37 hit points, 22, forced to use the Scroll of Town Portal. Dryads are getting taken down, but same as Riflemen, but one Rifleman taken down by the creeps rather than by the enemy hero. Dryad lost there as well. Both sides losing units, and it could come down to economy now as the Naga Sea Witch sits at level 3 with, well, Clarity Potions and Potions of Mana. Workshop, perhaps to try and train up some mortar teams. Those mortar teams with that, well, splash damage, siege splash damage deals so much against these Dryads. Meanwhile, coming back around, priests have to be very careful, have to stay in that back row position, but there hasn't been enough of a front line by gens. Water elementals do not count as a front line when your opponent has so many Dryads. You can take a look at that. So much slow poison damage. One Dryad already taken down. All right, Illusion gonna easily get cleaned up here. Immolation right there. There goes some more damage. Both sides exchanging blows as we see level 3 now on the Mountain King. Level 3 Mountain King. Are we gonna perhaps see some more damage there? There goes another priest as well. So the backline units of gens getting easily cleaned up by the Dryad focus fire, and now the mortar teams perhaps wanting to, well, hide in the back may not be able to do it either. Off to the north, an illusionary Demon Hunter just diving on in here as we see a bit of a fight now. Mountain King could turn around, get a Stormbolt off onto a unit here, trying to get into position onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter trying to, well, get past the Mountain King. There's a Stormbolt onto the Naga Sea Witch as we see a Rejuvenation now go down as well. Mortar teams are lobbing attacks into the back. Riflemen going to get taken out here as well, as both sides are tactically just trying to get in those shots. There goes level 4 onto the Archmage, but a Rifleman gets taken down as a Stormbolt goes down onto the Demon Hunter again. Mountain King has plenty of mana, slow onto the Demon Hunter. Dryads want to try and abolish magic, but if you constantly abolish the water elementals, you may not have enough mana to try and save your heroes later on. Mountain King, however, unable to get the Stormbolt off on the Naga Sea Witch in time. Gets the Staff of Preservation on the Demon Hunter, and well, both sides going into their respective corners. Nope, not taking a quick break. Instead, Hitman coming back around with the smaller army, trying to engage here with a potential Creepjack. Mountain King trying to fight its way through, and Riflemen are just getting cleaned up here by the Forest Troll Warlord and also all of these units. However, a big splat right there against a Dryad. No corpses being left behind as the Mountain King tries to finish off the Naga Sea Witch, only to see a level up right there, causing a bit of problems. Mountain King now Scroll of Town Portal to retreat. Demon Hunter is up to level 5 now. Haven't seen what that third ability is going to be, or the level 3 ability is going to be. Immolation or Evasion. Mana Burn not even being used at all. All right, Scroll of the Beast, that should quickly be sold, especially if you already have Druids of the Claw out here on the battlefield. Coming back through, Priest need to heal up tremendously. 49 supply compared to 50. Demon Hunter coming back around. There's a Stormbolt right there. Little bit of damage. Dryads could easily get some Abolish Magic. Mountain King could have some problems trying to get a Potion of Healing in time and get away. Fork Lightning coming back across as the Druids of the Claw are now, charging on in to get in that melee damage. All right, Rifleman about to get taken down. 2-0 upgrades. Not going to be enough to save it from the claws of the Druid of the Claw as the Mountain King gets a Stormbolt off onto the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch down to 64 hit points, 23, able to retreat again. And this is classic Hitman, just trying to use every single hit point out of their heroes, but still going to end up losing, I believe, one Druid of the Claw. No, one more final shot, not going to be enough, as it is able to escape away at 4 hit points after transforming back to a Druid. All right, fighting its way through, trying to go after the Naga Sea Witch. Naga Sea Witch is, getting dispelled. That rejuvenation. Water Elemental coming back across. Archmage down to 48 hit points, 37. Naga Sea Witch falls. And this is what happens when you play and try to balance your game on the edge of a sword. Well, things get sliced up and taken down. Naga Sea Witch down at level 4. Mountain King down at level 3. Druid of the Claw. Well, Hitman sitting on 1,200 gold. He does have expos here and now is transitioning into Chimeras. All right, Chimera with siege damage may come as a complete shocker and surprise, as they do have a very far range. Meanwhile, Druid of the Claw staff does have slow. No Mountain King for Stormbolt. Peasant purposely getting in front, and now going to get a surround onto this Druid of the Claw here. Druid of the Claw trying to run all the way back around, may end up getting taken down by a tower. No, Archmage gets up to gets a little bit closer to level 5. Level 5 going to be incredibly important, as the Dryads should not have enough mana to easily abolish while dealing with the slow being applied by those sorceresses. All right, Demon Hunter diving on in. Does have level 3 Immolation. Turns it on, turns it off. Little nice toggle switch there, as the workshop is going to end up getting shut down. All right. Well, not Santa's workshop, but no new toys for gens, as those mortar teams are incredibly important to deal with those Dryads, but also being able to churn out flying machines against those Chimeras. 52 supply compared to 62. Both sides fighting their way through. Demon Hunter with Immolation, able to just, standing next to him is hazardous to your health, able to rack up quite a bit of damage, but no rejuvenation on the Demon Hunter, making it so that he's being forced to retreat back again. A lot of low hit point Druids of the Claw. Mountain King could try and Stormbolt, try and finish off a unit or two. Are we going to see a Staff of Preservation? No Staff of Preservation. Just one dead Druid of the Claw, as the Mountain King tries to finish off another Druid of the Claw right there. One more final shot should be enough. Yes, and it gets taken down as well. Demon Hunter trying to escape away. Mountain King, not enough mana. It's at 72 right now. Is he going to be able to close in on that Demon Hunter? No, he is not. 62 supply compared to 55. Chimeras, the Chimera Roost are completed, but not enough, not enough supply room to start training out those units. This 1 minute delay may be a big deal, as we're looking at a 65 supply army going up against 55 here. There are a decent number of riflemen as well. Mountain King still, picking up items, as well as the Archmage is looking to get to level 5 off of this creep camp, and will get there. opting to go for level 3 water elementals, and that is going to be a big help against these chimeras, even though they deal magic damage. All right, bottom left-hand side of the map, Mountain King, Archmage trying to back away, but the rest of the army is just standing a bit too close. Jen's losing control a bit right there. Mountain King will get up to level 4 off of this creep camp. There's a Gargantuan Sea Turtle taken down. Ankh of Reincarnation, but now in comes the Night Elf army again. A lot of enraged elementals still right there. Stormbolt onto the Demon Hunter. Spellbreakers also getting in a bit of, well, feedback damage. Mountain King in the back, perhaps trying to finish off some of these lower hit point units. Staff of Preservation saves one, as we are looking at another Staff of Preservation saving another. All right, this Druid of the Claw, however, looks like it is going to end up getting taken down as the Demon Hunter comes back across here. One Druid of the Claw going to fall. Stormbolt onto the Demon Hunter as the Demon Hunter, well, tries to finish off this Mountain King. Mountain King gets an Ankh of Reincarnation use straight after picking it up, as the Naga Sea Witch's level 3 Fork Lightning finishes the job there. Mountain King, could he try and Stormbolt down the Demon Hunter? There's the Demon Hunter going to get taken down, and the Mountain King's quick resurrection catching Hitman off guard there, as Chimera show up to the party, only to see that its main hero is already out of the fight. Mountain King sitting at 75 mana. Is he going to be able to Stormbolt anything? No, it is not going to be able to Stormbolt, as that Chimera teleports away at 197 hit points. Wanted to go after the lower hit point Chimera, but it was already hiding above the tree line. Mountain King tried to burst down another instead. Still not enough damage there. Mountain King may get up to level 5 off of this creep camp. A couple of enraged water elementals. No, gonna be a little bit shy here, as we're looking at the Demon Hunter trying to test the waters again. There's some more slow being cast back around. Mountain King in the Stormbolt range is always scary, as we're looking at the Demon Hunter getting the Stormbolt in the back again. Oh, Stormbolt, and I believe Staff of Preservation in time. Chimera able to escape away at 38 hit points, and now in comes the Mountain King at level 5. Level 5 Mountain King, level 3 Stormbolt. Could be a very dead Chimera if he tries to Stormbolt that right there, and he does Stormbolt it. Mountain King uses a Scroll of Healing at the last moment and able to survive in the back. Demon Hunter joining back in on the fight. Archmage fighting in here. Mountain King needs a little bit more mana, and that Brilliance Aura just doesn't seem to be fast enough. Mountain King continuing to fight its way through. There goes some more taunts by Mountain Giants, as Hitman transitioning into Mountain Giants away from those Chimeras. Demon Hunter is sitting at level 6, doesn't quite have enough mana right yet. Gonna go ahead and Stormbolt a Druid of the Claw while in Druid form, forcing him to back away very quickly. And now, well, the Demon Hunter using level 3 Immolation to go after this backline instead of using Metamorphosis. All right. Demon Hunter still slicing and dicing his way through. We could see the death of a Mountain Giant here. Mountain Giant could give... Nope, does not give level 6 to the Archmage, as it's teleported away just in time. All right, trying to get every bit of health possible. Mountain King does have enough for a Stormbolt. There's the Stormbolt. There's level 6. And level 2 Brilliance Aura coupled with level 3 Stormbolt has taken down another hero. Mountain Giants constantly getting bashed and moving very slowly in the back here. Chimera Roost, and it looks like Jen's pushing strongly in this direction now. No mortar teams to try and deal with this Tree of Life or any of these buildings. Army seems rather small, as there's a squadron of riflemen hanging back. Jen's losing control of his army, not realizing that he has 15 supply. A third of his army is not engaged in the action. Coming back around, while trying to go up against all of these units here. Scroll of Town Portal going to go ahead and retreat back. Mountain King losing a little bit of units there. And, well, there's those riflemen. Jen's perhaps realizing, wait a second, I had so many units sitting in the back, and they were, well, ready to go. This could be a problem for Hitman, though. If Hitman thinks that it's going to be an easy fight in that next battle, he is going to be surprised by how large Jen's army is. He could make that miscalculation, but at the same time, he does have Metamorphosis, so ranged chaos poison damage is always a problem. All right, in comes the Demon Hunter here, trying to go after the peasants. Riflemen are all in position. Could we get a slow? Mountain King trying to get a Stormbolt off. All the units able to simply just get away again. Naga Sea Witch sitting at level 5. heading off to the north here as the Demon Hunter, well, tries to test the waters. Demon Hunter going to engage. There is a bash there, followed by a Stormbolt. Metamorphosis still has plenty of hit points. Both sides fighting their way through ranged chaos poison damage. As we talked about, that Demon Hunter just able to deal so much damage, as well as the Mountain King wants to get off another Stormbolt. Does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, but doesn't use it. Gets the Stormbolt off, but forgets that the Naga Sea Witch herself has some big piercing or big burst damage as well. Level 3 Fork Lightning finishing off the level 5 Mountain King. Archmage is still trying to finish off some more units here, as we're looking at perhaps a couple of Druids of the Claw going to get burst down as well. All right, Druid of the Claw down to 26 hit points. It easily gets taken down. Mountain King could get resurrected. No, not going to get resurrected at the tavern, as we see now a tornado picking things up and making it difficult for this army to try and engage. Rejuvenation onto the Demon Hunter. Is the rejuvenation? Yes, it has been stolen. More rejuvenation could be added in, as the Demon Hunter does have immolation trying to dive on in once more. All of these units are up in the air, as Hitman using this tornado to try and pick up the units and trying to divide and conquer. Fork Lightning. Demon Hunter could be in a very, very bad way, trying to retreat back again down to 52 hit points. One more shot would have finished it off, but no, the Naga Sea Witch able to use the Staff of Preservation again for the save. Fork Lightning finishing off more casters in the back line. 52 supply compared to 57, and this is an absolute bloodbath. Both sides losing so many units, as Jen's now being forced to retreat back out. Well, Rifleman getting taken down there. Water Elemental gonna turn into a puddle of nothing, but not before taking down a Druid of the Claw. All of this ranged damage, able to deal quite a bit to this Druid of the Claw here. Mountain Giants not so much because of that medium armor. Both sides getting ready to engage again. Militia being called over. We are now looking at a Knight transition with Mountain King getting trained up. Hitman may be overstaying his welcome. There's going to be a sudden influx of 14 supply worth of units out on the battlefield. Sorceresses and Knights not engaging. What is going on here? So many units that are not being used well by Gens. Gens has had multiple opportunities to clear out this game and win with superior army sizes, but he is not properly rallying his units to his heroes. All right. The only thing worse than not having enough units is having enough units but not having them participate in the battle. Mountain King picking up some additional items here. Ring of Protection +5. Up to nearly 11 armor. Meanwhile, Knights with 0-1 upgrades here. Dual level 6 heroes by the Night Elf. Meanwhile, level 6, level 5 by the human. Coming back around, a Gargantuan Sea Turtle going to get cleaned up here. Naga Sea Witch now pushing off to the north. This Expo still mining away. This Expo has no more gold, so if the Naga Sea Witch can tornado and take down this building, that would be very detrimental, as the Demon Hunter now comes in from behind to perhaps try and fight his way through. Demon Hunter, is he going to end up getting storm bolted? What's happening here in this fight as the engagement getting underway? Fork Lightning, Mountain King, Metamorphosis, and now the Demon Hunter gets storm bolted already, as he is in a little bit of trouble, down to 600 hit points and falling rapidly. Immolation is being used, but he is not able to deal that much, and perhaps needs to get some rejuvenations as well. 65 supply compared to 64. Both sides fighting their way through. Demon Hunter now finally able to engage with that bonus damage. Chaos Poison, ranged splash damage there. Staff of Preservation. Demon Hunter out of the fight. He needs to get back in here quickly. Meanwhile, Knights are trying to finish off some of those obsidian, or not obsidian statues, those mountain giants, as it gets taken down. Naga Sea Witch unable to get away, and Hitman throws in the towel first, as he is unable to finish the job. Only 2 minutes of mining left at the base back at home. Demon Hunter low on hit points, and, well, Naga Sea Witch out of commission. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below. Here are the final scores.